Hey friends, it is Tuesday, October 3rd, and you're not in class. But the good news is you know where to go for the right information. All right, so this is your stream video of what happened. And the first thing we did when we came in is we worked on a cooperative logic problem. So we took all these clues and we put them together in your groups. Then the kids had to go together and they had to put their answers or put their clues together, and they had to share notes and ideas, and then they had to figure out a problem like this. 2 days ago, Jamie was supposed to turn in her lab report. Laura opened her presents on her birthday. The day after Jamie's lab report was due was Laura's birthday. Paul got his guitar replaced on Saturday, one day before his lesson. Laura opened all her presents 4 days before Paul's guitar lesson. Jamie turned in a report today, one day after Laura's birthday, and the lab report was due on Tuesday. So they have to put all that information, move those cards around, and try to figure what day of the week it is. If they figured out that one, they had this logic problem. This number has two digits. The sum of the digits is a multiple of 5. The difference of the digits is 3. The number is prime. The sum of the digits is odd. The number is smaller than 75. So putting those clues together, can you come up with the mystery number? Okay. So after we did some logic problems and did some warming up, we had our formative number 3. And the formative number 3 I put as a material on your classwork page. So here's formative assessment number 3. And it says calculate and show your work. What is 3/8 plus 1/6? And what is 5/9 minus 1/5? So what they want to know is, can you add unlike fractions? Can you find out their lowest common denominator and make them the same denominator and add them? Or can you find lowest common denominator, make them the same denominator, and subtract them? That's what they want to find out here. And after that, we worked on our chapter 1 closure. Now, what I said to the kids was, before you can get your summative, you have to have your closure done. Okay, so we want to make sure that you get the help where you need to get the help. So on the closure, what we're looking for, and this is under your classwork too. So chapter 1 closure, if we look at this, we have a problem about Vanson has a bunch of boxes that are, it's hard to read it here, isn't it? Has that are all the same. He stacked 4 boxes, measured the stack, and found that it was 3 feet high. How high will a stack of 20 of those boxes be? The ceiling in the room where Vanson is working is a little more than 9 feet high. He wants to stack boxes from floor to ceiling. How many boxes will fit? Boom. So then the next one they want you to do is find the perimeter of this shape. So we have to add 18 and this length and this length and 9 and 11 and 6. And then can you figure out what these mystery lengths are going to be to figure out the perimeter? Then they need you to chunk this like a rectangle here and a rectangle here to figure out these 2 areas and add up the areas. Or you could go here and then here. There's different ways to do it, right? Or I saw some people do this whole thing and then they cut this piece out. Cool. Tuan is playing a game, but the spinner is incomplete. If the number in the section of the spinner represents the probability of spinning each section, help them figure out the fraction for this missing piece. How big is that missing piece? Then we want to see, can you change a fraction? Words and pictures, decimals and percents. Can you get those to work together? So if you had 40%, could you draw 40%? Could you figure that out as a fraction? Could you find that decimal? What about 1/6? Can you draw that as a picture? Can you make that as a decimal? Can you make that as a percent? And 0.375. Can you convert that to a picture, a fraction, and a percent? Down here, add 1/6 plus 1/2. Show all of your steps. What do 2 and 6 both go into? So that's the first half of the assessment, or the closure, I should say. And the second half is this. Theoretical or experimental. Remember, theoretical, we are thinking it through. Right? We could be doing the probability on paper. Experimental means you go through the experiment, and then you take all the data, and then you come up with the probabilities of the data. So theoretical, think it. Experimental, do it. Which one of these were actually experiments? Which ones were just thought through? This has to do with probability. The county fair prize wheel has equally spaced sections with the following colors. 1 is golden, 2 are silver, 3 are green, 4 are blue, 6 are red, 9 are yellow. What's the probability of landing on gold? Give your answer as a fraction and a percent. If the probability of landing on a yellow is 36%, what is the probability of not landing on a yellow? If this wheel is spun 100 times, how many times would you expect to land on silver? Kimberly is playing Guess My Number. Her clue is when I triple my number and subtract 7, I get 83. Find Kimberly's number and explain how you know your answer is correct. Then they want you to go through and on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being I'm completely confused and 10 I totally get it, go back then and give each one of these a number. So do you really not understand it at all, completely confused, or totally get it? And then just kind of work backwards with these. Give each of these a number, and then give each of these a number, 0 to 10. Okay, that's the closure. And then after the closure, the next thing that we're going to do, if we get that far, is we're going to start working on the summative. Okay, so the closure is kind of like our review to find out what we need some more help with, and then kind of help you out, and then get you ready for the summative. Sound good? So to recap, what did we do today? We came in, we did a cooperative logic problem as a group, and then if we had time, we did the second one. Then we did our formative about adding and subtracting unlike fractions, and then we began working on our closure. We told the kids if your closure is completely finished, then you can begin working on your summative. Okay, that's Tuesday, October 3rd. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you are well, and I hope I see you tomorrow. All right, friends. See you later.